Can you guys hear me now? Testing 1, 2. You guys should be able to hear me loud and clear now. Yes? Are we good? I had to reset. And let's turn this down a little bit. how about now? It's got to be at a decent level. I don't want to drown you guys out. Testing 1, 2. Might be a little bit more. All right. Great. Okay, what happened is that once again, once I go back to 0, it resets everything. So I had to go and pick the mic that I gotta respond to my brother. So forgive me. Okay, I went to go visit him, but he was on the roof, so obviously he couldn't hear me. All right. So I'm sorry, guys. It's just one of those things that happen. I'm sorry. Uh, Let me do one other thing here. Okay, I know you guys can hear me when I tap on the PC. I think you can hear me. Oh, Kelly. All right, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so let me just lay this out for you. I got a brand new PC, and it's a brand new OBS. OBS got a lot of different changes and stuff, and it's a little bit getting used to. It's not difficult. It's just it's more involved. It's more involved, and you do it one time, so you don't have to do it anymore. So now that I've made it my main PC for this stuff, I gotta get used to it. It's little finger stuff and the settings. For the settings, now that I set them, and this PC really won't be going anywhere, I should be okay. So I'm sorry, forgive me for that. All right. No, I can't be on the camera. Like, impossible. That's impossible. I cannot be. The only way I can tell my quality on my tablet, I always have to adjust it because it looks horrible when it's on that low setting. All right, that's better. All right, you guys are gonna hear you guys are gonna hear me talking. No, that's not right. All right, you guys should be able to hear me now. I gotta wait till I stop messing with it. That's not right. No, that's too low. Something's not right. Hold on. Yeah, I know. Sounding distant, and it shouldn't be that way. Hold on. I'm listening to me. I'm listening to me. No, that shouldn't be. You're gonna hear some feedback. You're gonna hear some feedback. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not right. I can tell it's not right. 1, 1. Testing 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not right. Testing one. All right. Testing one, two. Testing one. Testing two. Testing one, two. One, two. One, two. Testing. One, two. Testing. Testing one, two. Testing one. Testing one, two. Testing. Testing. Something's not right. Testing one. I thought I had it. One, two, three. Testing. It's not. It's not strong. Yeah, I can tell it's not strong. Okay, I'm not going to continue when it's like this. You guys came on to see me again, and I didn't get it right. Turns it off. All right, testing one. Still not doing it. Testing one, two. I got this on. Really? One, two. Testing one, two. Testing one. Lower than usual. Yeah, no, it's not right. Yeah, I keep turning up the gain, but something's not cool. All right, well, I'll keep it this high. It's going to be pretty loud, I think, to you guys. It's me just increasing the gain. No, all right, it's coming in about normal. I think I just have the gain up a lot. I think I just have the gain up a lot. Yeah, you can ask it. You hear me repeat. Hold on. Let's go to All right, let's go out this way. All right, I bet you hear me real well now. All right, let's go out this way. All right, I bet you hear me real well now. All right. Yeah, you can hear the repeat because I got my audio on my tablet going. All right. So I'm fine tuning things a little bit so you don't hear that hiss. But if you guys can hear me and you don't hear a hiss, so I'm fine tuning things a little bit so you don't hear that hiss. Am I starting to buffer? But if you guys can hear me and you don't hear a hiss. Am I starting to buffer? Okay, I got my audio on mute, no buffering. All right, so everything's good. You guys see my hands waving around. It's not acting crazy. Then we can continue with this. Sorry to put you guys through this, but I got to get it right. Okay, that means we're good. We're good to go. All right, it's a little after 2 o'clock. Sorry you guys had to endure all of that, but I have to get it straight, or it's just going to drive me crazy. All right, so finally, with all that meandering around, this video is going to be poorly watched. Okay. Um, this is an acrylic pour. I think somebody mentioned it. Let me put the text back over here. I believe I got everything straight somewhat. I'll put the text right here between everything. Now I can read you guys' text on both sides. So, well, I appreciate that, Fatima. Not everybody's that patient. My buddy Mike, he's not on today because he would have been on at 2 o'clock. So, all right, Aurora, Kelly, Fatima, Madonna, Sonia, how are you? Doris, if she's still here, how are you? Trying to see if there's anybody else. Billy said hey to Billy, and Kelly, and all you. Thank you for enduring it. Am I having? Hey, Linda, am I having issues getting? No, it was the audio. I don't think about it, but I have to remember I do need to turn the audio way up for my voice because my voice doesn't project like that. I got a very low voice, so I can't do the screaming thing. My voice doesn't project like that. So everything was put back down to zero because I got the other computer, the newer computer. I got everything straight. I had to buy a gadget that I can plug my Ethernet cable into. Hey, how you doing, Arcurious? Good to see you. Okay. As some of you have surmised already, that this is an acrylic pour. It's been varnished and whatnot. All right. This is actually a pour from residue paint I had from my last pours, actually. And I didn't want to waste the paint and toss it, so I just took a canvas board and then I did the pour. Okay. All right. It's a metallic gray, metallic blue. I think the green is some kind of lime green craft paint thing. And I believe I used black base coat, but I used white to do to do the swipe. It's a swipe pour. You can see the direction. All right. Okay, I do got those cells going on there, but you guys can see that little spider webbing, little cells, you know, and all that. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. When you have a pour and you do a painting on a pour, as the physical painting pertains, you don't have to really do too much, okay? Because you got all this activity. You want to use the pour in your subject matter. All right. Okie dokie then. So let's get on to it. On the lower right hand side, you'll see I got some umber, titanium white, Windsor blue, and some see that's Hooker's green, which is I think it's the last of it. I think I got rid of the tube. I used it all up. I might just only use water. I may not use glycerin. Okay. Um, but it depends. But I got a feeling I won't use glycerin. I'll just do water for whatever blending purposes I need it for. All right. Everybody seems to be wanting to do trees. They're on a tree kick. Bruce did a tree. Sonia did a tree. My buddy Mike Trapp did maybe 7 or 8 trees. And I'm gonna do a forest here. Or at least the look of the forest. Okay. So we'll have grasses, and we're gonna have very nicely sized trees, especially particularly the ones that are in the front. And we'll put some thinner ones in the back so we can still show off what's going on back here. And we'll put our grasses here and such. But once again, we're going to utilize the pour. So whatever subject matter I do choose, okay, it's just going to be a little more detailed than what I would normally do because it is a pour. All right. So people thinking about spraying, well, probably. Does the glycerin stick to the pour or does it slide? It depends on how much of it you use, but it'll stick to the pour. Now remember, I have varnish, okay, so it will slide that much more if I used too much. All right, so you have to be careful on the amount of glycerin you put on this. Now glycerin on varnished, on a varnished piece will tend to bead up, okay. So you would mix glycerin in the paint, all right. You would mix it in the paint and then apply it, okay. So it have something to kind of latch on to. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. It will not sink in, obviously, into the board because you got varnish on it, all right. So yeah, all sorts of things you can do with it, okay. But then again, I can use water. Water obviously would evaporate and dry, and it'll stick fast. All right. Okay, I only got a couple pieces of tape holding on to this. The board doesn't weigh too much. I got pretty good tape that it'll adhere very well to it. All right. All right. Very, very simple painting. Trees. And we're going to get onto it. Now, I can bring this closer, meaning that I can get rid of my face, just have this, and have that guy right there. Okay, get rid of him and put him there. I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll probably stick with that. I don't want to see my face. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, it'll look like that. Okay, so that brings you guys up closer. I just gotta slide the camera over so like that. All right, all right. And so you get to see actually how wide it actually is. It is 12 by 6. I think it's 12 by 16, I believe. Okay. Okay, dokie. Giggity, giggity. Let's get it moving. All right. I think I'll start with the grass. Let's do that first. Any fan brush will do. Once again, you don't have to really try as hard with this. Let me at least get a nice little base of darkness before we put the grass in there. So I'm going with blue and brown, which will obviously deepen it. As you see, I'm not using too much as water is concerned. I'll use a touch of water. You don't need too much. Don't over soak your paint. This is heavy body paint. You want it to stick, especially to this varnish. Okay. And so down below here, I just want to get some darkness going. And I'll probably wave it like this. And we'll bring some of it. I don't need a lot of it. I'll just tap and wave it along like this. Get a nice thin one there. We'll come up here a little bit. And then get another little thin. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is just because it make it look like a little floating scene or somewhat, okay? And then I'm not really getting rid of all of the happenings on the pour. At least not too much. Something like that's fine. It's a little bit of nah, I'll keep it like that. All right, let's go into our green. Okay, I didn't clean the brush, won't need to. Let's just use this so far, and let's see how this does. And what I'm gonna do is just come up, and this brush is angled, so I'll do it this way. And we're gonna do different variations of the grass, so it'll look like a nice patch of grass in there. So I'm flipping my brush upward a little. Come here, give it a little bit here. We're going to change our color of the grass a little bit. I shouldn't have used this brush, but we're gonna use it anyway. We'll make it work. Now, as I lighten the grass, I'll thin out the paint a little, get the flow. I have to use, now this, as you can see, the angle of this brush, so I'm going to use a part of the brush. And we're going to take it, and we're just going to flip it upward. It's bright, but not really bright enough, but that's all right. We're going to work with this. Still do our little grass flips. I'll turn the brush over. We got a little paint there. And the key to it, to make it look like grass, you have them run into each other a little bit. Some blades are higher than others. It's all right. Don't kill off all your dark. That's not too bad. I want to change brushes. I don't like the brush. I can get the job done with it, but it's too curved. I want it a little straighter. I can use my hog hair brush, which is it's an oil paint brush really, but they're very stiff. Okay, they take no prisoners kind of brush. We're going to lighten up the grass a little bit more. See? Yep, you guys can see this. All right. A little touch of water, not too much, just to loosen that grass up a bit, or at least loosen the green up. Okay, we'll come back, and we're just gonna nice little swipe, just like that. You do little bunches. You have some going in one direction, have some going in another, just like that. Nice little swipe there. Keep repeating it. It's all right. We'll be going over this. Once we put the trees in, we'll get more detail with it. And you let it dry a bit, okay? Once it dries, it sets, okay? But already we've got something, pretty much established, all right? Now I can make that look a little more convincing. We'll take a strip liner brush, dip it in water, go into your titanium white, go into the light color you got already. You have to make it fairly bright. Okay. Now this is a script liner. You're gonna need a little more water. Get it to somewhat an inky consistency. You kind of have to play tag with it. All right. Now I'm going to use the very tip of the brush All right, very tip of the brush, and see, get some of that taller stuff in there. This paint's still a little thick, but that's all right. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use that. There we go. Stuff like that. Pop it in there. Come out this way. Let's get this brush, this a little watered down a little bit more. Twirl my brush around. Let's come up here and we'll slow it down a little bit and get him in there. You slow your brush strokes down. Get a little more going. All right, just like that. And we're gonna return to this. Okay. Right now, I'm just putting them in there just to establish where we are with it. We'll come up here and get some going out of the way. We can't leave the other side all lonely. We'll put some stuff in here like that. And we're going to come back over these. Now, once again, keep your paint at a watery consistency. Use the very tip of the brush. I'll come up here, add some this way, that way, and whatever. If it appears to be too bright, give it a few seconds. It'll lighten up and darken up on you. We'll get some in here, crossing over like that. That's fine for right now. That's fine. So now you start to see where things are setting. All right. Could you use a rake brush? Of course. Yeah, you can. You most definitely can use a rake brush. I do have some here. They're an angled kind. I have to get some regular brush. But yeah, you can do it with a rake brush, yes. Most definitely. Let's go here with I want these trees to, now I have a lens on here. It's what you used to call a nifty 50. Okay. So you really don't see about maybe an inch of the top. You definitely see the bottom, but you don't see the top. Okay. All right, and I like the type of brown I have with this bluish in the brown. It gives me a nice dark. I definitely don't have enough of it. All right. So I'm going to have to go into my black. I'll use the thicker black paint. I do have different varieties of black paint. This Artist Loft. Okay, you're not gonna see it till I pull back. Artist Loft. All right. This camera is on manual focus. This is the main focus. So obviously, as I get closer, it blurs more and more. Okay, that's manual focus. All right. And I definitely need that. That's not going to be enough black either, but that's a start. I'm going to more than likely mix that in with the brown. Get a touch of water. Let's stay in here in this area anyway. Let's pull that brown out. Let's get a little bit of black in there. And then we're going to touch it up with that blue a little bit. So it's umber, black, and blue. All right. So I want a deep color, but I don't want it to be jet black. Follow me? All right. Okay. Let's do the first one. These trees are pretty thick. They're pretty large. They're pretty gnarly. And we're going to start one right around in here. Just like that. Go straight up. And we're going to have another one. Something like that. He's going. These guys are just a big continuation straight up. All right. I can spread them out a little bit here. It really won't matter because there's going to be grass and stuff shooting up from over here. Now, since I'm doing these trees this way, okay, these are just like large kind of coniferous trees. The branches will be a little shortened. All right, they won't be flowing all over the place because that kind of kills the effect of the pour. All right, we'll have a few of these in here, but once again, they'll be a little detailed. All right. I'll spread it out here. we'll do some things in there. I'm not really too concerned about that. I just want to make sure that our base is a little heavier. Even though the trees are a little tall, you still want your base to be a little thicker, even if it's slightly. All right, make that base, make it something that this thing can stand on. You don't want this slender and up here heavy. Try not to go that route. A little black, a little bit of brown. Get some blue in there, stir it up. If you're starting to see more color, more of one color than the other, um, just add the other colors to get what you're looking for. Okay, all right. Let's put another one in there. We'll put one right here. He'll be slightly thicker. Let's put him right here. Right here, and then we'll put him up, 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 straight up. He's a little bigger. Let's put him. Let's give him some size. All right, let's put him right here. He's a little larger. Let's put him directly in front. Slightly larger. Okay, and make sure you look at it as you're doing it. All right. Let's open him up a little bit more. Let's make his base much larger. Okay. Now, once I fill this fellow in, all right, and I don't know, it depends on how good your monitor is, your camera settings, or your video quality. You can tell it's dark, it's kind of sneaking on black, but not really. Okay, it's one of the benefits of painting on. Let's put some signs on him, bring him out that way. Painting on varnish is that your paint can travel a little further. All right, there. It will dry. Now I want you to look at something. You notice on the pour, it's how vertical it is, and obviously your trees are vertical. But look at the mood. Look what's starting to happen already with just 2 trees. You follow me? Okay. Well, this is some of the stuff I tried to explain. All right. Pours that I really don't care for, or that I don't know, seem not to really make it for me, I tend to do this to them. All right. Now there is a pour that I do have that does look like a face, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to really, really, really make a play on that. I'm just grabbing up some more brown, stir it in there. Just a slight touch of water will thin the paint out. I do use primarily heavy body acrylic paint. I used to use oil. All right, loading the rainforest with a poor background. Yes, yes, ma'am. Why not? Why not? Um, I'll start with the 3 trees that have now odd number. Especially when it comes to trees of substantial size, do it with an odd number, 3, 5, 7, stuff like that. All right, especially if they're a certain size. Okay, and you'll understand why in a few. Here, let's do this, and we're gonna put him obviously straight up like that. We'll turn him a little bit, a little smaller, not much. Okay, I'm just looking to see where to place him. How big should I get him? How wide do I want this fellow? Let's just go straight up and see. He's a little smaller than the other ones, but not too much smaller. Okay, I'll curve him up. Like I say, you guys don't see too much of the top. I think we're gonna do all right with him. Okay, we're gonna be all right with that. He's got a little curve in him. I think he needs one of those ED pills. But There's always help. Okay, so now we have our three, but once again, look at the background. The background really helps fill in what's going on here. You got me? Okay. As I'm checking it out, I'm looking at it. Everything pretty much is cool. All right, I don't really need to keep messing with it. Um, Now I can turn my head directly in front of this thing, and you guys don't see my head, so exactly you see the edge of my glasses, but that's about all. And once again, I'm looking at it, make sure everything's copacetic there, make sure everything's all cool. And so far, so good. It looks right. We're good. Okay, so we have our three monstrous fellows there. Okay, now I'm going to utilize that pour. I'm going to utilize all this goodness back here. Okay, but now I want other trees in there. I can sneak in probably 4 more trees, but they're going to be thinner and they need to be a wee bit lighter. So it gives the impression of other trees in the back there. All right. Oh, somebody got sick. Who's sick? Angie, she don't feel well. Hey, Larry, what's going on, bro? Let's take a little bit of white, all right, and we'll put it in here. Now, because of the blue, as you can see, okay, I'll deepen the blue a little bit. I'll put it in there like that. I'll touch a little bit of brown in there because of the tree color and whatnot. Okay, a slight bit of water. It'll come back. So for those of you who don't understand what's going on right now, I have a timer set on this is an old DSLR camera. I have a timer. And when it gets to, this is an old camera where you can do video, but it has to be under 30 minutes. So I have the timer set at 29 minutes and 59 seconds. So it takes a picture, but it resets the camera's clock to 0 and gives me another 29 minutes and 59 seconds. So that's what the camera does. And you can time it for as long as you need. Okay, so that's what you're going to be seeing periodically. All right, so that's why. Hey, Oswina, how are you? Okay, we have this grayish brown kind of color going on. All right, we're going to put, let's put another tree, at least let me do it part way right here. Okay, I'll probably keep it, we'll keep it a little thin. Now, I want to show you something. Watch this. Watch my finger. Watch this. Look. Just fade it out. Fade it out. Just like that. Just fade it into, like nothingness. Fade it so it disappears a little bit. And then now continue. You can make it solid up here if you want. Smaller tree. Keep it going straight, whatever. Smaller, thinner tree, just like this. It's a lighter tree. Just like that. Just keep going up that way. It is a lighter tree. Have it disappear a little bit. Okay, just have it just fade away. All right. And that's one you got out of here. Okay. Here, watch this. Let's go up this way, like this. Just straight up. All right. Fade it. Doesn't necessarily have to touch. Do it. Nope. Look at that. So you're making your own mist and you don't even know it. Okay. Once again, I'm getting away with certain things because, here, let's put one here. Just like that. Just like that. And fade it away. Fade it away. Fade it away. Fade it away. Let it, just let it fade away. So, okay. But that's alright. Yeah. Get it, another thin one here. See that? And go all the way up to the top with it. Just fade away down here. Let it fade away. Now your eye is doing the rest of the work. Even right now, as I'm talking to you, your eye is finishing the job. You got me? All right. Your 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one more to put in there. Your eye is doing the rest of the work. The pore is doing everything else. Oh, we must have had drama somewhere. I couldn't catch it all, but something must have went down. We'll put one, we'll put it right here. Straight up, straight up. No matter how it might look to you, keep going. All right. If you're unsure, you never know until you finish. Follow through on everything. Basically, is what I'm saying. Follow it through. Okay. Follow through. Don't don't be discouraged. Don't get frustrated like I've been recently. Follow through. Just like that. Just follow it right straight through. I'm gonna get some of that tree a little more solid here in the middle. So, and sharpen those edges a bit. Like I said, you don't really see the tippy top up there. But when I'm finished, you'll be able to check it out. Yes, I'm definitely using the pour to my advantage. You got that right. This is the part where you paint smart, not hard. Okay. Oh, Tim is incredible. He's incredibly talented. I got a series of his videos. Um, yeah, I need to check them out again. Yeah, he's an amazing artist. Nice guy. Nice guy. Um, okay, now you just let it dry. All right, and we're gonna work on let's work on the tree details. That's gonna be fun. You can approach these a couple different ways also. Excuse me. And I'm gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna go with this brown. We'll take some of this light green. We'll mix it in there. A little bit of blue. Okay, so we'll take some of this loosen color. Take some more brown. Put that brown in there. Now this light green, it's gonna turn it a weird, funky gray. The more I do it. Okay. And it's because of the green in it in the blue. All right. And you can decide where you want your light source. That'll come later. At least with the trees, I approach it a little differently to where I want the light. I mean, look at the pour. It's in the back of the tree, so you can actually highlight both sides of the tree. And we're probably going to go that route. All right. And I'll probably highlight it with the bluish white. Okay. All right. So let's take our funky, weird color here. We'll spread it out pretty thin. I'll just use the whole thing. I'll just spread it all out. Yeah. We got 3 trees. We'll do it this way. Okay. I'll just take a swipe across, just like that, little thin swipe there, very thin, very small. We'll start over here. Tell Will I said hey. Tell him I said hello. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our now this time I'll put my finger on here, okay, and we're gonna use the edge of the brush or the palette knife. I'll just come here and we're gonna get some of that dark stuff happening from that wood grain going just like this. The paint, the pour itself is giving you all those bumps, okay, so it's not really going to be that difficult to get all that texture in there, and you'll see as I'm doing this, okay, and plus I can wipe bits and pieces of that off what I don't like, but keep going, you can see what it's looking like already, okay, and I'm just rubbing the paint across all of that roughness, and it's actually helping me out. It's making me look good, okay. I'm just showing you how you can do it yourself, okay, to be honest with you. You guys can do the exact same thing I'm doing to achieve what I'm achieving here, okay. Yep. Just because I'm laying this color down first don't mean it's the only color I'm laying down. No. These trees are going to be backlit, and that will be the because of the nature of the pour. All right, so the pour is deciding for me how I should do these trees, and you'll see in a second. You'll see. I'll make a little curve here, and just let it happen. Let it happen. I think we're good here, to be honest with you. But look at the way that tree looks. All right. Now, I might be making this look extremely simple to achieve that effect. And I'm going to be directly honest with you. That's because it is. All right. I take the paint, take my finger, press on it, on the knife. Come over here to the side, touch, and go upward. It's gonna, and as I'm going upward, I'm bringing the palette knife more and more on the surface, okay, of the board. And then I can just take it and travel it around and do all sorts of fun things with that. I'll do it again. I'm gonna repeatedly do it till you guys understand it. I know you only see so much when I go up here. Okay. I don't have nothing up here, so I'm sorry. You guys won't see it. I might change the orientation of the camera. I might change the lens so you guys can check this out. But once again, let's go over here and right in the middle. I'm gonna go right here in the center. Then, see that little thin line there? Then, as you go up, it's gonna miss and skip and do whatever. You go flatter and flatter with the knife, like that. And actually get stuff. See that? Not just kind of rub, like so. All right. Once again, even here, if you want to make like little knots in the tree or go around like that, and you take it again, you go around. Okay, it's just I'm in control here. Okay, I tell it where to go once I start doing things like that. But you see, we got your little knot in the tree. You follow me? All right. And as you see, as it's getting darker, it's getting more of a natural tree look. Let's go over here. Let's curve that one and go on up like that. Okay, and we'll come back down here. And we'll curve and play with this here. Just like so. And what's happening is, once again, all these little bumps and variations that you really don't see. Okay, the paint, once it glides over it, that it's affecting that. So, like a certain Afro gentleman used to say, your tree or your mountain is going to take what it wants and it's going to give you the rest back. And I'm just looking at your, thank you, Josewina. I'm just looking at Anthony doing a knockoff, really. Knockoff of who? Where's Larry? Knock it off, Anthony. Okay, I done did something. What did I do? What did I do? I'm pretty sure you tell me. As I'm doing this and messing around, and basically that's all I'm doing. I'm playing. But the texture is giving you, the texture of the board is giving you all this love. Okay. I'm just coming here on the other side, getting what I have left. Now I have one more tree to do, but I ran out. Okay, we're good here. We're all right. We're good here. All right. Okay, I ran out. Let's get some more brown. A touch of white. A touch of blue in there. Let's stir that up. As you see, it's heavier on the brown side, but that's all right. We'll gray it up with black. Let's save a part of that. We don't need all that much. Oh, but I definitely need brown, which I ran out of. So hold on. Now I don't need too much. I don't need too much brown. But with every swipe, as you can see, it just changes color. All right. I'm just bringing back the color I used before. I have a very small color palette, so you can kind of memorize and see. I have a small color palette on purpose. Okay. So you can see pretty much the colors used. All right. Touch of white, brighten it up a little. It will give me that grayish color. Keep on stirring it there. Mix it up in there. Now I'll add some more brown to that, and it'll give me the color I had before. Just keep mixing it. Okay, let's take this, let's move it somewhere. We'll move it. Well, we'll move it here. Let's take some, drag it right out. Like that. All right. Then we're gonna come. Well, yeah, I'll start at the top. I know you guys can't see that. It's just easier for me to start from the top. I'll go back, go downward here. All right, yeah, you guys are starting to see it. I'll curve this to play around with it like that. As you can see, I can move this right along. I've explained some of the things to you here, how I do it. I'm coming back up here to the top, playing around up here. This is not the final color, but it is the base color. It's the general color I want the trees. Now remember, these guys are backlit, okay? So it's gonna give off, thanks to Hollywood, a nice little creepy vibe, but still pretty interesting. So I just take it, spread the color out, swipe across. You do the mountains the same way. I wouldn't necessarily put your finger on the palette knife when you do them though. All right, look, to curve that right around. Come over here. curve it around a little bit. Get some action going right up in here. I think we're good here. Now, the more texture, the more stuff you got going on with these, you really don't have to add much here. It's not necessary. One, they're in the background, back there. You can play around with some stuff if you would like. I'll give you an example of that. Let's take this color. How far can you guys see? Can you guys see over here? Yes, you can. I'll spread it out a little bit. I can probably get away with it with just that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can. Let's give it a shot. Let's go here. Because it's closer to the other ones, yeah, we can play with that. You get a slight texture. You can see it. Well, you can't see it because I'm up too high. Let's go down here. You can see a little bit of it. And that's all you really want to see is just a little bit of that. Okay. I think you guys can see some of this. If not, I'll lighten it up a slight bit. I don't think you guys can see it too. I can. You guys can. So we'll take just a slight touch of white. Slight touch of white. We'll put it in there. We'll mix it a bit. Now this is actually going to work even better because now this is just a second layer going over what I just put. Let's flatten that up pretty good. Wipe off my brush. I got a beach towel on my lap here. Okay. This is, now I don't have to use my finger. I've already got texture on here. I'll start here where you guys can see it. And I'll just lightly see what's going on there. Look at this. Look. What's causing that is the texture that I already put on there. All right. Now I know you guys can see that pretty good. I don't have to worry about a light or a dark side here. I'm just going up top here. Now I do have another lens which can spread this out, but I don't think it will be as large. That means I can zoom in, but I would have to move the camera around a bit. Okay. I don't mind that. That doesn't look too bad. So we'll do a few like that. We'll give that one some love. That one can be on its own. We'll give this guy here a little bit of love. Okay, the other one can be hanging around by himself. He can go to the swap meet and get him some skin. Right, he gets no love here. Just like that. We'll give him a little bit of love. Which brings these guys further back. Because you just brung these guys up with detail and just detail only. Okay, got me? Follow me? The cells in the green back here is providing what will be represented as grass and a little bit of mist. All right, this already does that for you. You got me? Larry, if you have Gretchen's link, you can put it in the chat. Okay, all right. Let's get to, we'll use black. We'll use black mixed with this color. And we'll take some of this and we'll just put it right here. A little bit more black. And keep mixing. It is get darker. It's a funky, deep olive green type of thing going on now. Just keep blending. The more you swipe and put it on the palette here, the darker it's going to get there. Okay. This will work. Because remember, these trees are, the ones that are closest to us are backlit. Okay. All right. And it's dry. They're dry. I don't have to press. Now I can just take this and go over what I want to be dark. And it really don't matter the direction because what's coming off of this, lighten that out a bit, like that. What's coming off of this, okay, is the texture that I've already put on here. Is adding to that. And I just need pretty much a dark center. All right. Does it have to be completely black? No, it doesn't. Just the middle. Just the middle. And you'll slowly see that. Okay. Here, this guy here, slightly smaller fellow. I'll do the same thing. The trick to it is, one, have no fear. Two, it's going to take off what it wants, give you back the rest. So, hashtag, don't panic. Just in the middle. Okay. It might not look the middle, but it will once I'm done here. Like that. All right, we got a little bit and piece of stuff here left. Well, let's do it here in the center where you guys can see it, because I know I didn't have much left. Do it down there where you guys can see it. Now I don't have enough. Well, I'll just use this a little bit. I'll mix something real quick right here. A little touch of black in there. We'll get it deep again. A little deeper than that. Keep swiping, keep blending. As you see, every when you lay the paint out, it gets darker every time. Okay. OBKB. OBKB. All right, that's cool. Swipe across. We're up in this area. And we'll just wipe it right across. Coming up above. And it's really just the center. I want dark, not necessarily the sides. And I don't want it completely dark, but you know where it's being shadowed there. All right, and they're closer, you can get away with it. All right, once again, our trees that are a little closer, but they're in the back, they got a little texture on them. You get two of the texture, got three in the back that don't. Okay, we got 5 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Still an odd number. Okay, so we're good. All right. Hey, Mary, how are you? I am just taking advantage of an acrylic pour that I did, and we're having a little fun with it. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. We'll just put it over there in the sea of forgetfulness. Let's get a little bit of white. Take the white and spread it out. A little touch of blue in there. That'll work. Somewhat. I might need it a little brighter than that. I'm looking at it. Maybe not. Let's see. We'll do that. Very thin. Very thin. All right. We're going to go back to that finger thing again. We're going to highlight both sides of the tree because it's being backlit. You can see by the white patterns back there. All right. Okay. You take the brush, almost go past the trunk line. We'll do the one in the middle here. Okay. Almost past the trunk line. Very thin. Very thin. Let it break. Let it do what it do. See? Very thin. Keep going. As far as you can. If it runs out, it runs out. And it ran out. All right. No big deal. You're going to continue it. Very thin. And continue going upward. All right. Oh, we got a little curve there. Okay. It's got that weird blue thing happening, but it's all right. All right. Oh, we got to where it bowls out a little bit, and that's fine. Let's go over here on the other side. Now, this side, I'm going blind because it's away from me. Okay. So I got to really be mindful of where I'm at when doing it this way. All right. I wouldn't recommend doing it. I'm a lefty. I just had to get used to doing it this way. So it's kind of like, I don't know, second nature to do it like this for me. Okay, it does work for me. I've kind of trained myself to do it in this fashion. Okay, now do I just have to have that thin line? Not really. Now we can add some things there if you would like. Okay, if you want. I'll get rid of that. But just real thin whatever's in there. I don't have to add too many of them. All right, not too many at all. I can probably get rid of that too. I don't like that. And see if I got something I don't really care for, I'll just take some black and get rid of it. This here, same thing. Just get a little black, thin it out, make it go away. All right, no big deal. You'll never know it's really there. All right. Okay. I like the funky electric blue. We'll keep the electric blue. Okay, I think that looks pretty neat. Very thin. Come here. Nice thin line. Almost go past the bark line. The tree itself. And I'm just pressing. I'm looking at where it's going there. All right. Very simple to do. Once you get accustomed to it and you're used to it. A painting doesn't have to last 5 days, up to you to make it mean something or to tell a story. Okay. Not necessarily. One is really equal placement, if anything. Where are you placing it? Where is it that you want it to have the most effect? Just where? Where do you want it to grab people's attention at? Do I have to add extra blue to it? Not necessarily, but I think it looks great, and it brings what's meant to be out in the front. It brings them out in the front a little more. Okay, and I don't really. They have to be a little more detailed, yes, but not to the point where it's going to take away from the pour. Okay, I'll stop. I'll wait for it to come back. That's a nice little picture. There we go. All right, we'll continue on. Just get a little bit of a press there. Come on the side. Give it a little push there. I'll come back there on the side. Some going here. Like that. Come on down. Yeah, we're good here. Like that. We'll add a little love in there like so. Oh, get some up this way. Well, you know what? We'll keep all the activity here. It's brighter up there, so we'll get some of that love up there like that. Okay. All right. Now that we've done that, okay, let us go back to. I'll just mix some real fast. Let's go with a little bit of green. We'll put it right here. A little touch of white. No, Sweena, the happy mistakes. I do plenty. And if I do, I'll show you how to correct it. So once again, hashtag don't panic. Let's let's get rid of that black though. Put that in there. Yeah, let's get the rest of the white. We'll put it in there. I think that'll make it. That might make it. I'm looking at it right now. We'll see, but I think we can get away with it. Let's go into our water. We'll come in here, loosen this up here. All right, and we'll roll the brush around a little bit. It should be bright enough. We're gonna come all in here, and we'll add our fun. Now you can be subjective. Now you can see it. I think it needs to be a touch brighter. We're almost to the end of the painting, and I still have to add a little more paint. Isn't that something? Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Ah, yes. That's like the kindergartner first grader lunch special. Hmm. I was a picky kid. I didn't care much for grilled cheese. Tomato soup, I tolerated it until I was in my preteens. I had enough. That was enough for me. Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. Make them stick right out there, especially toward where you might have a little sunlight or whatever kind of light happening out there. Bring some of those out front too, and it pushes the pour in the further back. Got me. So you put this stuff where you feel it's needed. Go by the trunk of the tree there. Okay. You don't necessarily have to go behind it, directly behind the tree. Okay, we'll put some more of these out here up front. There. So you pick and choose where you want some of these to go, and let's get some of those fellas this way. Okay. And we're gonna sneak some on the other side here, right up around in here. I know that my Buffalo Bills are playing at what, 3 o'clock. So let's see him pull off another one and get a little bit closer to that ring. Let's see. Okay. All right. A little more water. Loosen this up a little bit. Get some more of that titanium white. I'm gonna go a little slower. You got the big fella right here. Um, I guess I'll start him around here. Go a little slower there, like this. Go into the tree a little bit. I'm more concerned with the trunk. I'm not concerned about the other tall grass. All right, I'm really concerned about placement here. A little slower here, like that. I'll come out this way. Just like that. Just bring a few in there. Okay, I'm not concerned about, there should be really nothing in here, but on the sides, yes. Okay. And it's really covering that large trunk. We've got bits of port down here, so I deliberately left that open because we got stuff going on down there. Even though if it was framed, you're not gonna see it anyway. Okay. All right. I think we're done. Um, Technically, as far as my other stuff is painting is concerned, this one didn't really take too much. I can get rid of that. Okay. I may be able to pull that back a little bit, maybe. I think I can because I believe I zoomed in on this. So let me see something real fast. I think I can pull that off. Let me unlock that. Yeah, I believe I did. I did. Didn't I? Yeah, I did. I did. So I can pull back. Hold on. Let me help you guys out for a second. What I'm doing is I'm a totally. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Nope. I cannot do that. Thought I will be able to show you the top. No, I zoomed in enough. So no, that won't work. So let me lock that back. No, that won't do. No, I'm gonna have to just pan it upward, unfortunately. But before I do that, let me sign it. I do appreciate you guys coming through. Oh, let's put it a little further up. I got this bad habit of putting it at the very, very edge. Like I said, if someone buys this and they frame it, You're not going to see my signature because I buried it. I mean, it's going to be kind of hidden anyway because of the grass. So they might have to search for the signature. There we go. Okay. All right. If you're wondering about these, let me get rid of this. If you're wondering about this, all right, these are just guides. So whatever size, as long as they're reasonable size, board or paper, I know where to put it to kind of center the camera. Okay. But since you guys really cannot see the top is pretty much more the same of what you're looking at right now. I can position it to where you would see it, but that would be dandelions. Really? Do you want me to put micro dandelions in there? Really? I can probably throw some rip-off dandelions in there. No, let me see here. Dandelions, are you serious? Do you know how big they would be? It would be like the size of a gnat. Okay, Fatima got me pulling out colors here. You know I don't have any yellow. So now I got a brush in my mouth just because somebody screams out dandelion. Mushrooms? Yeah, no. I'm not gonna paint mushrooms. Ow! That's not good, Larry. Oh, that had to hurt like hell. Man. Oh, that had to be painful. Do you know how tiny these freaking things gotta be? Do you know how tiny these little bastards gotta be? I can put quick representations of them though. This is definitely a woman thing. But I'll put them in there. I'm just using a round brush to put these freaking dandelion petals in here. Because somebody wants dandelions. Basically, it's really you touching the brush. Okay. The tip of the brush, just touch it. And go in a circular pattern. Right. Depending on how much of a grouping of them you want. But make them a recognizable circle pattern. Freaking dandelions. Woman got me painting dandelions in this piece. Good God. I see what this is a coup. I think you guys are trying to take my man card from me. But then again, I'm a middle-aged black man that paints flowers. So I think my man card's already been taken a while back. And I don't care. Hilarious. Well, we'll put some here. And you know what? We'll put us, if I can remember. We'll see how good my memory is. I'll put a side one there. I should be able to know by the time I get to that part. You're doing a representation because they're very tiny, you know. I'll even put some up here. All right. Now I really should be using a script liner for this, but my head has been known to be quite hard, so we'll go with what we know with the little round brush. It's all right. Hey, Chris, where is she? Hey, Chrissy. Oh, I I see Chrissy comes into. See, this is what Sonya has brought. Okay, I don't know what I did to Sonya in the past life. Ever since she hijacked my floral a couple of years ago. She's just bringing others into the fold. Once again, it's just me really dabbing in a circular motion. Okay. If you notice, I am leaving a little gap in them. I don't want to directly be here. I'll put one here just because. I don't necessarily let's put one in there. Technically, you wouldn't really be able to see them there, but I'll put one hanging around up here. Even though there are these tiny little things there, okay, still be mindful of placement with them, even though they're little tiny little dabs. Okay, try to still keep them circular. All right. You know what? Here, put one on the side like that. You'll see if I remember. You'll see what I'm doing. Chrissy, I enjoyed that horse. Don't ever think I don't know. I know it comes across. If I don't see it on Facebook, I'll see it on Instagram. But I see it. I see them. I see them. Oh, you got people zooming in and everything. I don't know. You technology advanced viewers, you make me nervous. Just saying. So far so good, Larry, with the Ethernet attachment. Of course, um, I had to go back to the store and get another one because um, I had one that took a USB C, and I don't have a USB C on this. It has a micro HDMI for an outside monitor. So that was an annoyance. But hey, so multiple trips yesterday to Best Buy. Multiple trips. Yes, these little tiny fellows kind of adds to the painting, I must admit. And plus, you guys got me on here mumbling for a few extra minutes. Oh, I think the Bills game is on too. And I cannot change the channel because I don't have the remote with me. I didn't bring it. You know, a brother can only take so much golf. So I guess I think the Bills game. I don't know if it's on Fox. It's on some channel. That all depends on who you're with, Chrissy. I wouldn't ask Muttley because I'm scared of the answer he might give. So he's already got a doghouse. I'm just saying. You guys don't want to be around when Chrissy goes live, especially if I'm present. Yes, let the festivities begin. I mentioned on Bruce's channel that I've painted more wildlife and animals in the past 2 months than I think I've painted in any full year ever. Don't know why, but I just did it. I have no, I don't know. You know, I just did them. You know, no rhyme or reason. Oh, you guys were true Vikings. You didn't even put a blanket down. Jeez. You probably got like caterpillar marks and beetle scratches from like 20, 30 years back. I guess you are. So I guess leatherback turtle means an entirely different thing out there in England. Okay, that won't make no sense because you guys won't be able to see that. You won't be able to see that. Hold on. You won't be able to see that. You have to go in reverse. You have to go in reverse. Pure titanium white. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, let's see what we got here. Now let's use this is the script liner. Alrighty, Mary. It's good to see you. Stop by, I appreciate it. Oh, dig out a freaking color I don't have for a quarter of an inch bird. This is where I'll drop kick you right in your left ear. Let's make his headdress a little higher. Shadow needs to be kicked in the head. That dog's gonna trap itself right off doing all that ridiculous chasing. Make him a little larger. I got nowhere to mix it. I'll mix it here. Yeah, she very much sometimes act like, well, no, she don't even act like a normal dog. I do think she might have had birth defects with her or whatever by the way she's shaped. Because she's, even for a female, she's very, very thin for her breed. Um, 'Cause they say she's well, we did a DNA test, and she's a Persa Canario. She definitely has the height for it, um, and the big barrel chest, but she's not really blocky enough. She's definitely some sort of mastiff, but she does got something going on with her hips. They're very lean, and she can't really like sit like a normal dog. So something's going on with her hips, and I don't know if it was a birth defect or something with her. But if she really wanted to haul and put the chomp on somebody, there's no way you can outrun her. Um, but she's very she does got one heck of a bark. She's definitely from the Great Danish side, or some kind of mastiff of some sort. She definitely got that low bark. Definitely got that rumble to her voice. Yeah, you go ahead and name Chauncey. You know what? Just for giggles. Just for giggles. Um, you know what? I'll just put them right here. I'm gonna put them right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Freaking Larry. I'll put them right there. I gotta get a little water to loosen up this black here for a minute. Freaking Larry. I'll 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 make him grow up a little bit. Make him grow just a little bit. I'm gonna make this one that I'll make this one look like, you know, if you sniff it, you'll just die. Larry and his magic shrooms. Get out of 1963, Larry. Both days are over. uh, you guys are hilarious. Okay, I am taking the towel off. You guys got me painting woodpeckers, dandelions, and shrooms. It's time for me to leave. Okay, I wish I could show you guys the whole thing. Um, uh, there is just no way I can do that. It's not gonna happen. No, there's no way. Because I don't have a zoom. Or do I? You know what? I might be talking. I'm sorry. Um, no, that's the focus. No, no, the 50 don't have a zoom. My other two do. Maybe I'm gonna have to switch it then. I just knocked it out of focus. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to switch the. Now I do have a lens that'll do both, so I may have to. When I shut it off, I'll just switch the lens. I'll just keep this up here. But I do appreciate you guys watching and all of that. Larry's magic shroom is on the lower right hand side. The dandelions are all over the place. Yeah, I do like the Nifty 50, but once I get into painting things like this and a little bit larger, obviously, unless I go horizontal, um, it's, you know, vertical, a little tough to kind of focus in and everything, but we'll take care of that when I come on again. This is still fairly early. I doubt I'll do anything else today. Don't know yet. So, all right, dear. I'll see you, Chrissy. You have her woodpeckers up there. No problem, Madonna. Oh, no, no, no. The camera's not going to fall. I know you see it vibrating and everything, but it's no. No. She's up there good. Yeah, she's not going to topple. What, magic shroom? I should, because people will look for the mushroom. And it is there. You know. Yeah, I ought to call it Woody and the Magic Shroom. Why not? But as you can see, um, it is, well, maybe you can see it. I mean, you guys know, but I don't think other people would know unless they really look at it. That it's actually a pore. But I mean, you can tell if you just look at it. You see the cells, whatever. But I incorporated this into it. Okay. Once again, I did not have to really work as hard to achieve that look. The pore did a lot of that for me. The only thing I painted in was 8 trees and some grass with a woodpecker and you know, some flowers and a mushroom. Other than that, it's all the pour that did it. Okay. Um, it's a little bit out of place and weird because the background is varnished, but the other material isn't varnished, so it looks flat compared to everything else. And it's kind of tricky to photograph it once it's all varnished, but I do have to varnish it so it actually looks right when I do photograph it. So, yeah. But I'm gonna keep it up here because I'll choose in which lens I'm gonna go with. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. I shall see you guys when I see you. I don't know who is on this evening. Leverage Magic True. All right, Sweeter. It depends on the time. If I'm up around that time, sure. Because today, when you were on, yeah, I was on. As soon as you popped on, I was on. I was there watching you. So yeah, and I do enjoy it. I enjoy your paintings. I'm just happy you're painting. You know. All right. Let me sign off here, and I thank you guys. Get this chat out the way here. There we go. Move this guy out the way for a second. I enjoy you guys. I'll see you.